Gemara cites a pasuk, a verse in Mishlei, Leiv Chocham Yikach Mitzvos, that the wise heart takes mitzvos. So Moshe Rabbeinu, Klauser were told that before they leave Mitzrayim, they should borrow the personal effects of the Egyptians, the gold and silver vessels. This was a fulfillment of the promise to Avram Avinu and the Bris Bein Absorim. They will go out with great wealth. Moshe Rabbeinu, when everybody was borrowing the gold and silver, what was Moshe Rabbeinu doing? He was looking for the remains of Yosef, because that was a precondition that Klal Yisrael could not leave Mitzrayim without his remains. As it says, he adjured his brothers that when they leave, they have to take his remains with them. Otherwise, they cannot leave. And Moshe Rabbeinu searched for the remains. So Shlomo says, why was he the only one of all the Jews? We had 600,000 men above the age of 20, including Aaron, who was the equivalent of Moshe. And the Zakanim, the elders, he was the only one who sought out the remains because he was Leiv Chocham. Leiv Chocham Yikach Mitzvos. The wise heart takes mitzvos. Once I discussed, it doesn't say Ezel Chocham Haros Hanolad. The wise man, it says, he sees the consequences. He sees what follows. It doesn't say Mavinus Hanolad. He understands. He sees it. It's a reality. Everybody else, why did they seek it out? Is it because they value the gold and silver more than leaving Egypt? Because you figure, what's the likelihood of nobody among hundreds of thousands of men, nobody attending to that particular responsibility? It's going to be taken care of. Moshe Rabbeinu, because he was Leiv Chocham, he was Roas HaNolad, everything was contingent on locating the remains of Yosef. There's no way he's taking any chances. He'll forego all the wealth. And that's why Moshe Rabbeinu was the Leiv Chocham Yikach Mitzvos, including Aaron. Aaron himself did not have the Leiv Chocham, and therefore it'll be attended to. So if it'll be attended to, and there's a question, there's a mitzvah to borrow the gold and silver, he borrowed the gold and silver. We find that Moshe Rabbeinu did not participate in the Binyan HaMishkan, in the building of the Mishkan. So you'd say, maybe because he did not take the wealth, did not borrow the gold and silver vessels, as it says in Chazal and the Midrash. There's a question that the least amount of wealth every Jew took was minimally 10 pack animals of gold and silver. This question maybe even 40, but 10 definitely yes. Why? Because they were borrowing. Moshe Rabbeinu was preoccupied, fully invested in locating the remains of Yosef. So maybe the reason why he didn't participate in the building of Mishkan, because he had no wealth. And it was important that it wasn't the money was raised, but rather the wealth, the gold, silver they have, that, or the copper, that's what they actually gave. But yet, we see from Hazal, the reason why he didn't participate wasn't because he didn't have the means. It was because he didn't want to deny another Jew the mitzvah of building the Mishkan. But seemingly, if he was preoccupied and fully invested in this, where did he have the wealth from? So that Chazal tell us that the building in the Mishkan had nothing to do with the wealth they took out of Egypt. The wealth they took out of Egypt was for themselves. We find afterwards there was Bizas Hayam, there was spoils of the sea. The spoils of the sea were greater than the spoils of Egypt. And that HaKadosh Baruch Hu says that is specifically being given to you as a gift for the Binyan HaMishkan, for the building of the Mishkan. If so, Moshe Rabbeinu partook of that. He took of that wealth, as everybody else took of that wealth. Moshe Rabbeinu had to actually force them away from it. But if that was for the building of the Mishkan, here there was no reason why Moshe Rabbeinu should not take. Therefore he took like they all took. So Moshe Rabbeinu did have the means. See, if he had the means, so why didn't he participate in the building of the Mishkan? That Chazal tell us, he said to Hashem, should I be the one to deny another Jew the mitzvah of building the Mishkan? Whatever is lacking, I will complete. But factually, he could have. And that's the greatness of Moshe Rabbeinu. And that's also, it's the concept of Chocham Lev Yikach Mitzos. Should I be the one to deny? He saw things clearly. It's possible he could deny someone the mitzvah. If that's the case, he will not participate, and therefore HaKadosh Baruch Hu said to him, your involvement is greater than theirs, although you didn't participate in the building of the Mishkan, but the Akamas Mishkan, the erecting of the Mishkan, that will be specifically your mitzvah.